The Talking Guys, episode 13. This is 13, right?
This is 13. We should have
Cool.
recorded on Friday.
Nope, because 13's unlucky as it is.
No, isn't
Somebody
13
sounds like they
lucky?
scared. It is not me. We should have done this on Friday. Cancel.
Yeah,
We'll be back.
yeah. We'll start over. What was it you were saying, Patrick, before you started taking that swig of water?
Oh, it's perfectly pH balanced water actually with electrolytes, and it's carbon neutral, so it's actually like the real deal.
Oh my god. What stream did you get that out of?
French Alps. The French
Oh
Alps.
yeah. Last time I was there I got a bottle too. Yep.
Only one?
Yeah, I mean just for the walk home.
Okay.
All natural too. All natural electrolytes, not that fake stuff. So
Oh yeah.
what's so
Water's water though,
worry
right?
about it?
Yeah, I mean, what is it? You know, couple hydrogens, couple oxygens.
That sounds right.
And,
Patrick, how much did that cost you?
same as a Fiji water bottle. Literally the exact same price.
Okay, well
So
what's that cost?
$3.79.
$2.69 for a 1 liter bottle plus
Oh.
tax. So probably like
I
right
had
around.
water the other day I got from the store that was something about a volcano. I don't know. I was super confused. It came in a green bottle. It tasted like any other high
didn't
dollar
taste-
water. It didn't
Didn't
taste like it came
like
from
ash.
No, it
No-
didn't.
no
It didn't
ash
taste
rate.
like anything special. I'm like it sits there with Fiji and core and I guess smart water if you do that. But
I'm basic.
I'm
I
not
like
trying to be
Ozarka.
smarter.
Yeah. Actually, it
ever-
was at the gas station the other day. Picked up a 50-ounce bottle of Ozarka for $1.99.
You and
Not
every
bad.
other cheap. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
I
just-
bleeped it out. My bad.
Yeah, that's just Ozarka. Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm basic. Ooh.
Wow. Oh man.
They're always on deal, so people always buy them.
Next, he's gonna tell me that his silverware isn't lined with diamonds. Stupid.
Actually, it is.
It better be. Because I'm
Yeah.
ending this right now.
My
Okay.
silverware is just made out of fake silver. So
It's plastic,
yeah,
so it's plasticware.
yeah, it's some metal coated with a silver paint, and it makes it look like it's silver, but it's not actually silver. Let's be real
Is
here.
it healthy though?
And not if it has paint on it, because
Yeah,
paint
right.
chips.
Well, I soak it in my naturally balanced pH water, and it seems to like make the silverware better.
That just sounds incredibly expensive.
Yeah, but you know what? When you're a big money baller like myself, you can waste money just buying 1 liter bottles of 7.2 pH balanced water.
I
Well,
prefer
that's
the
too fancy for
7.3,
me.
but whatever.
I got a game for you guys. Well, it's a topic, but a game.
Tic-tac-toe?
What's up?
Tic-tac-toe?
Actually, we're playing that later.
You already lost. You picked the wrong one. Over.
Yep. That's what the X's and the O's, right?
The hugs and the kisses.
Why did they decide? We'll get back to the game in a minute because this is actually interesting. Why did they decide that they use X's and O's on tic-tac-toe?
Because they're easy, they're quick. Can you imagine
not,
drawing a square every time? Nah.
Why not?
An octagon?
A check mark?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a check mark is pretty fast, but,
Or a check mark and X.
But the thing is,
Well,
you
no,
want it
it
to,
already uses an X.
you want it to
I
be
mean, but you gotta
distinctive.
have the O because it rhymes with a name. So tic-tac-toes, X's and O's.
Yeah, true. Word. You hit it on the.
The person who made the game was actually a professional rapper.
Yeah.
What is a tic-tac and a toe? So is it like a tic-tac? Like
I
the kind
mean,
that
so
you eat?
you have the tic-tac that you eat. You can have a tick that sucks your blood. A tack that if you step on it hurts.
Also
then your
draws
toe.
blood.
Yeah, and so if all this happens to your toe, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, and if you've ever actually seen like those tacks, they look like an X. Like, so
What?
yeah, no, for real. You guys are thinking of the little pointy like pins, but
Mm-hmm.
actual tacks Like they are actual like little they have spikes and it goes all around. So if you look at it the right way, it looks like an X. Look, okay, I'm gonna look it
Are
up.
you
On that.
are you thinking like jacks?
Maybe I am.
You
know, like
mean
in
like
the
the one
game
that
that
you drop the ball and you scoop up and catch the
Yeah,
ball?
yeah. Maybe he's thinking of that.
The jacks.
You know, tick. Okay, guys, just back off. You guys are lame. You know what? Nobody likes you.
How dare Seth? How dare we bring knowledge into this?
Yeah, I forgot. This is the podcast of no knowledge. That being said,
Or
let's talk
fact
about
checking.
quantum physics. I think we can do that.
Just make sure that not actual advice is on the screen when we talk about that.
I'm not giving advice. I am teaching lessons.
Oh, how much do you charge per hour?
How much you willing to pay? Because I'll take anything. I am super broke. My water is expensive.
Tree fitty?
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually really interesting, guys. I'm sorry. I'm reading the history of tic-tac-toe.
Oh my goodness. It was made by a rapper. I already said that.
You know where it originated from? Like
Rapperville?
it's a little tangent. Ancient Egypt. You were both wrong.
Yeah, let me actually say.
All right.
And
that
then
was
there
his next guess.
An early variation of it that was played by the Roman Empire too, where you had three pebbles.
I remember those days.
So pretty interesting, to say the least.
Does it say where the name came from?
I don't think it really does actually. It doesn't actually tell you that. That's actually lame.
That's the only thing I care about. Where did the name originate from?
Well, okay. Tic-tac-toe is the American English of it. Noughts and crosses is the British English. That's what they call it, noughts and crosses. Or
Noughts and
X's and
crosses.
O's is a paper and pencil game. So there's actually 3 different names for it, even though people in
X's
America
and
would call it
O's and tic-tac-toe are the same thing, and they're meant to be played on paper. Noughts and crosses, I don't even know. Are they,
That's British. It's a British. That's
yeah,
how
but
the
I mean, are they
people say
talking
it.
about like Salem witch crosses and sailor knots, or like?
You're not British. You wouldn't understand. All right, just
you right. I am not.
quit.
But I
hating
have
on
friends that are from there, so I basically understand.
It originated from over there, and America took it and stole it. So we need to give it its proper due and give it back to the people it came from.
Yeah, we gave them their tea back.
There you go. All right, back to the game I've got.
Okay.
All right, so both of you, without saying who, are going to think of a fictitious character. So think of a fictional character. Don't say it, but already have one like
like just from anything. I can literally grasp from
anything. Superhero,
movies, comics.
book.
Will,
Yep, exactly.
do you know what you're doing right now? Okay.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
All right. Let's
let me know when you both. Let me know when you both have one thought of.
Done.
All right, Patrick.
Okay.
You're good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who do y'all have?
Why am I going to tell you? You said don't.
Well, no. Now you tell me who.
Why?
You'll find out in a minute.
What is the game?
You'll figure it out in a minute.
I don't like this game. I feel like I'm being trapped the whole time. I picked Randall Thor.
Who?
Nice. I'm reading those books right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ayla Secura. Jedi
no
Master.
idea who either of those are.
Died
All right,
died in the Clone Wars.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is, you guys are now fighting to the death. Who wins?
Oh, I do.
I have no clue what Seth's character does. So
it does the killing of your character.
No, definitely my character wins.
So see, I'm still early in the book, so his character in my books does not have anything special about him, but there's foreshadowing that he is like someone super powerful, so I'm honestly afraid.
Yeah, he's the ultimate badass, basically. So I'm pretty sure I would win. I don't
Yeah,
know who
mine
the
got killed by a couple clones getting shot in the back, so kind of
Okay,
pathetic.
so see, easy.
Patrick wins.
That's the game, man. That's not nearly as exciting as I thought it was going to be. This is like
Hey.
superhero versus
I mean, at least
superhero,
we
whatever.
both picked, fighters.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, no. Okay. So it actually, I'd seen a question on Reddit, and it was similar to this, but they said, what two fictional characters would you like to see fight each other? So, for instance, John Wick versus James Bond, who wins?
James Bond.
Does so?
Yeah, James Bond.
Because James Bond has always kind of been that guy. He's like a little prissy and
No,
thinks he's like
James
all that.
Bond is
And
such a
John Wick
badass
is
that he
just
doesn't
like,
have
that's
to go
crazy.
around destroying everybody because he's gonna kill you before you know it. You're gonna probably prick yourself with a pin and die.
I don't know.
Yep.
Another one is like Jason Bourne versus Jack Reacher.
Jason
Jason
Bourne.
Bourne. Jack
The hell?
Reacher.
Yeah,
Like,
Jack.
I mean, he's an
Tom
analyst.
Cruise?
Wait, no, Jack Reacher. I'm thinking of Jack Ryan. But anyways,
Yeah, no, not Jack Ryan.
but still, Jason Bourne. Give him a good book, and he'll destroy anybody.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is like 5'6". He couldn't whoop anybody in real life. Let's be real here. Come on, hey, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Those short guys, they're always trying to pretend like they're all that, and no, I'm sorry. Okay, I should probably stop
Yeah, I'm like 5'5", so
before I
hurting my
offend some short
feelings.
person. I'm 5'5.5" actually. Now that you say that,
I'm super tall.
odd.
Yeah.
I am taller than you, so.
All right. So of the four that we just listed, you guys said that Jason Bourne wins, right? Who won the first fight?
I said James Bond.
You think beats John Wick?
Gonna get him before he even knows he's there. John Wick has to go in with a plan. James Bond has already ruined that plan.
Oh, so Patrick, you
No.
chose John Wick.
Oh yeah, for sure. For one reason, reason only. Did you watch the John Wick movie? He literally gets his ass handed to him and beat up, shot, stabbed. Doesn't matter. He
Listen
just
to
keeps
me.
going. He's a straight machine.
Linda, listen.
James Bond, when he gets shot, is gonna keep going. No, he's gonna be like, oh god, pretty girl, save me. Come on, James Bond.
You're wrong, because John Wick wouldn't even try and kill James Bond, because James Bond wouldn't hurt his dog. So it would be a one-sided fight.
Okay, so if
we
either of them
can
had to go
agree to
against,
disagree, since that's our favorite thing to say in the world in general.
if either of them had to go against Jason Bourne, who wins?
Jason Bourne. Super soldier. Created to kill. That's all he does.
You've seen
And also
the Bourne
love.
movies,
He
right?
loves.
Yeah, one of the no, we're going to ignore the Bourne Legacy as an actual Bourne movie, and we're going to ignore Jason Bourne because both those movies were atrocities. The Bourne Legacy was good as an action movie, not as a Bourne movie. So no discredit to Jeremy Renner there,
Yeah.
but
Good movie.
Jason Bourne was purely a cash grab. So the original three, though,
They were great. Loved them.
one of the best trilogies ever made. But yeah, great movies. So you think Jason Bourne wins?
Yeah, definitely.
Conditioned from not from a younger age to be nothing but a killing machine. Have no feelings, nothing. And those stupid feelings got in the way, and he started, being a good guy. Ugh.
Yeah. Y'all have any other mashups you think you'd like to see?
Off the top of my head,
Yeah, I didn't really.
Think show me a Coke.
I would.
See, this is why I thought maybe
I'd
like
take-
at the beginning, picking two random people, you have no idea why you're picking them, and then who wins. But if
But
you
it
guys
only
had
works
choose-
one time.
I wanna see-
dude.
I wanna
You
see-
Yeah,
have-
I know.
I've always thought about a wizard versus a Jedi. So I want to see Harry Potter take on angry Anakin. Episode 3, Anakin before he gets cut up.
I think Anakin wins.
I would think so too, but I'd love to. I've always said the Jedi were more powerful than wizards, so I'd like to see it happen.
Before Patrick gives his answer, to those listening and watching, leave us a comment below. Who wins, a Jedi or a wizard?
It's a Jedi.
The thing is, he chose Harry Potter.
He's the one who defeated the one who shall not be named.
Why don't you pick like a cool wizard like Gandalf the Grey?
Yeah,
Or
that's a
better yet,
different kind of
Gandalf the
wizard.
White.
But anyways, Gandalf sucked. I mean, he was a cool enough character, but he really didn't do a whole lot besides breaking, you shall not pass, and getting some hobbits into some trouble, and
But did he really
fireworks.
have to do anything? Like he really never had to. He just kind of like
he was
helped
not
them
he was
when they
not the
absolutely
hero of
needed
that
to.
story in the slightest.
That wasn't his place, man.
He
He's
didn't
the
do
wise
anything
wizard that
besides go and pick up an army and then be like what, days late to the fight. I mean, he did that.
Okay. What about Sauron?
He didn't really do much either. He sat in
Yeah,
his
he
little
didn't.
tower or
That
in
is
his little
kind of
eye form.
interesting. That book is
These powerful wizards didn't do a whole lot in anything.
A lot of them don't do a whole lot. They're like super powerful, but Saruman's he sits in his tower and does nothing, and the Ents destroy him. Sauron gets killed by a ring getting thrown into a volcano, and Gandalf dies and comes back from the dead after killing the Balrog. So I mean, hey, he actually you forgot about that when he's falling down with the guy. He definitely stabs the Balrog many times with his sword.
With his sword, he didn't even use magic. He's a wizard.
Is Tom Bombadil considered a wizard or no?
Technically, yes.
So isn't he like the most powerful? And so he'd beat Harry Potter.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about him because
He's
a
kind of
very
like
interesting
OP.
character. Well, yeah, because he lives in a forest that nobody can go through unless he wants them to. Like his whole area is his. I mean, he 100% controls it, and nobody messes with him. Not even the Nazgul going to his. So
Yeah.
he could. Even the ring wraiths were scared of entering his domain.
No, the ring wraiths were scared of a little fire, so
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And fire is something that magicians, conjure. That's one of the basic spells.
So are we agreeing that Gandalf the White's more powerful than Harry Potter? Or
no, Harry Potter kick his ass.
Yeah, I guess Harry Potter's better.
Okay, so I said Anakin wins, but what do you guys think?
Oh, I'm still with Anakin.
Okay.
Angry
Did you ever give an answer,
Anakin's a badass.
Patrick, to two characters?
No, I did not. And I can't really think of anything that would be that like awesome. I don't. You guys can't ask me questions.
He wants
like
Elmo against Grumpy, the Care Bear.
this. Dude. Elmo. Oh, you got me excited now. Elmo
Plays dirty.
Elmo versus Barney. Who wins?
Barney.
I'm pretty sure. I take Elmo because that guy, yeah, he's like sweet and kind, and everybody just thinks.
I think he's too sweet. There's something crazy in there.
But underneath all that is a straight savage.
Yeah.
And I love myself some Elmo. So, of course, you would choose that. You're trying to bait it out, and it's not coming.
Wait, so Elmo wins or loses against Barney?
I think Elmo would win.
What, dude?
He would seem like the underdog, but he'd come in and just like own the show.
Yeah.
Plus, Barney's got his little hands. What's he gonna do?
And he's slow, dude. He's like doesn't move. Elmo's like all over the place.
Like a Yoda.
Yeah, I bet Elmo would say something cool during that time, though. What do you think, Patrick?
Yeah, would he?
Well, let's hear. Let's hear. What do you think he'd say?
Probably that he wants to be somebody's friend because that's what Elmo always says.
Yeah.
No, I thought Barney said that.
Let's hear him say it.
No, not. We're not gonna say the Elmo voice on live screen. Then everybody will know I have it, and they'll be like, "You're a creep." So
Anyways, fine. Now that I picked for Patrick too, because he couldn't pick. Who you got, Will?
Uh, oh, didn't I already say at the beginning? Like I thought those would be interesting matchups with like
Well,
Born
you
and.
took the ones off Reddit.
Yeah,
Oh
he
no, I
cheated.
actually I didn't see those. I was saying that I had seen questions asked and they
Oh,
thought those were
I thought
matchups.
you. I
But
thought you were saying you took them from Reddit.
I don't know. I always thought like Master Chief versus like Samus would be kind of cool.
Hmm. Interesting. I mean, I'd have
Yeah.
to go with Master Chief just because
What
he's Master
about
Chief.
what about Batman versus Captain
Superman?
America?
They did a movie about that. It sucked.
No, Batman versus Captain America.
Debatable. I thought it was a good movie.
Batman
Not
versus
actual
who?
advice.
I didn't hear your actual second one.
Batman versus Cap.
I think Batman
Like,
wins because Captain America wouldn't fight him.
oh, Cap. I thought you were saying Cat. I'm like Catwoman. I'm like what? Against Cap. I mean,
neither
probably.
of
I
them
mean, in theory,
technically-
it'd have to be Cap, just because it's, you know, no enhanced strength at all with Batman. Then you've got
So?
Captain, who is enhanced. I mean, like at least Iron Man, he's got a suit behind him, so he can throw a punch and take a punch.
You guys ever read the novel Tower of Babel?
Mm-mm.
No.
That's called
Okay.
the Bible.
No, Babel. Basically, Batman has a contingency plan for the Justice League.
I think I've heard
So
that before.
he has plans set aside to stop each of the JLA members in case they were to go rogue. The plans get stolen from the Batcave.
Some
It's
secure place.
a long story on how they get stolen. It involves Mirror Master, and I won't go into too much detail. The plans are then used against each of those JLA members. So essentially, it boils the way they win is Batman has to step in and basically save everyone. So, with that being said, Batman would have a contingency plan for Captain America. Going into it, he already knows.
How do you know you'd have a contingency plan? Because he doesn't know Captain America. They're in different universes. We just mashed them together.
Why is he considered the world's greatest detective?
Because Sherlock was busy.
Okay. You know, he's actually based partially on Sherlock Holmes.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. But he's got plans for everyone. I think Batman could take him, but I also think that Captain America wouldn't fight him.
I mean, you would think that, but then Captain America fought Iron Man for Iron Man being mad about his parents being killed.
True.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I think Batman wins, but I don't know, it's a little biased.
I think Iron Man was justified in that fight.
Mm-hmm. Like, I also think that Batman could take on Iron Man.
I don't know.
Wait, are we really talking about Civil War?
Yes, we're talking
That's what I'm
Civil
talking
War.
about, yeah.
God. Please do not bring this up. This is a contentious topic. And obviously we know who was right.
Team Iron Man.
Which one was the one that was anti-government? Wasn't that Iron Man?
No. No.
Oh yeah, okay.
Iron Man. Iron Man was more of a, there should be checks and balances because we are, creating chaos, which they were. Like they were destroying a ton of stuff to, stop one thing. I mean,
that's true.
It's always that argument. What's that movie called? With it's Will Smith. He plays a superhero. I can't think of the name.
Oh,
Hancock.
Hancock. Yeah.
Hancock.
Where like he'll save something, but he'll also ruin way more that it was never a balance of what he did, and that's kind of like what they were doing. Like they went into that one little city and pretty much tore the entire city up to try and stop one person.
Yeah, but you know what? Who's gonna control the people that control them? Let's be real.
Well, I mean, you really think they would have just been your good little soldier, like, hey, go here and do this. No, don't ask questions. They wouldn't have done that, but instead of just getting involved in everything, wait until it might not be needed.
Yeah. Oh, I've got another matchup. Judge Dredd versus Terminator.
Who?
I don't know who Dredd is.
You'll
Sorry.
never watch the movie or read the novels, graphic novels? Okay.
But
Well,
isn't like the Terminator like invincible?
yeah.
So he's got a good chance.
I
But
I don't know.
yeah,
It it both it
I don't
feels
know
like
Dread, so
yeah. The problem when you do these things is everybody has to know the superheroes or ever.
Yeah, that's what I said. We won't worry about that one. Maybe for those listening, watching, if you know who Judge Dredd is and have an opinion, leave it a comment below who you think would win.
Um, I got nothing. Sorry, my brain went blank.
Nah, you're good.
And it was
All right.
actually nice because you interrupted me, and my I was about to just slur my words, and you saved it. So appreciate that,
Yeah, but
dude.
now that you've called it out, is it really saving you?
It, yes,
Yep.
yes, because
All
they're not.
right.
Yeah.
Question for you guys. You can be a movie actor or a television actor. Which profession would you rather have?
movie.
Ovi.
Why?
For me, movie is
Less commitment.
you might spend a little bit more time recording said movie, but then you get more time off.
Yep.
Like TV is, you're back to back when the season ends. You take a little break and you start going for the next season. All right.
But isn't there an
And
argument to be made? Like, for instance, the Friends cast. I don't necessarily know the exact amount, but at the time, the contracts they had, I think for like the final 2 seasons, possibly, and I think it was similar to Seinfeld. Uh, they were they broke records at the time for how much they were getting paid. So isn't there an argument to be made that you can make more on a television show
yeah, but
versus?
dude,
when you're
okay,
when you're making that kind of money, you'll
you're
be okay.
saying an A-list TV show person or an A-list movie person, right? So
Mhm.
somebody that's going to get to be in lots of films or lots of TV shows.
Yeah.
So then money is pretty much irrelevant. You're already million upon worth millions and millions of dollars. So would I rather have more time to spend the money doing stuff that I enjoy outside of just acting, or be committed to where like say a Game of Thrones where it goes 8 seasons, 7 seasons, but the last season was split into
6-ish.
two. You know, that was 10 years of your life that everybody expected you to show up and do it, or else, not doing your part. That just sounds like, if you get into one of those, even with Friends, it's like, dude, there was
Yeah,
too many.
if you get a director that doesn't know that 3 to 5 seasons is the sweet spot,
Yeah.
then you could be you could be stuck or have to get killed off. And who wants to die in a show?
Yeah, but think of it this way. Maybe, okay, money aside, you really enjoy the role you've been given. So say, and I'm assuming they did, like The Office, right? Each of the actors that play the characters, I'm guessing they enjoyed that character, which is why they were on board for the series for so long.
Yeah, but
If you
in
found
doing
a character,
that,
yeah,
you run the risk of killing your career. I mean, because so many, like, if you set yourself for one role, and even if you kill that role, will you be able to play another role? Will people
you're
even
saying
look at
it's
you without?
getting typecasted, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because now everything you're doing, I know, we're gonna talk about High School Musical because it's the best show ever. Um, but so I saw on the internet the other day that they did a reunion
Oh,
thing.
it must have been true if it was on the internet.
Yeah, and they did a reunion thing, and Zac Efron did not show up for it. He released, like, it was all on video or whatever because it was during this whole COVID quarantine
Mhm.
thing. But he introduced everybody on video, but he didn't. It was like a sing along thing or whatever. But then he also released a statement saying, "I don't want my career to be stuck. Like everyone just think all I do is High School Musical." So I need like if showing back up on that would not be good for me. He's like it was like a whole like I love the time I spent there. I made a lot of friends, etc., etc. But
Wasted
I've
time.
moved on,
Yeah.
and because a lot of people, most of the people from that show have not done anything since because they did those roles, and I'm sure they loved it, but then they couldn't be seen in anything else.
Yeah, one other example, like, Community. You guys ever watch the show, Community?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know Donald Glover, Childish Gambino?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's why, his fame is preventing him from ever doing a reunion because the big thing on Community was always, 6 seasons in a movie. It was a throwaway line they actually did on the show. Well, it caught traction, so when the show ended, people wanted them to make a movie. One of the reasons they have not made a movie is because Donald Glover has become so successful and moved on from that franchise. And because he was such an important character on the show, making a movie without him just seems like it would be a disservice to the fans because he was, so integral. So yeah, that's just another example of someone that's been taken off. Possibly, maybe you could argue The Office with John Krasinski, because he's been pretty successful since
He's managed it, but I mean, no one else has. I mean, obviously, except for
Steve Carell, but
yeah,
he
Steve
already kind
Carell.
of had
But
a career
he had a
before.
career beforehand,
Yeah.
and even then, he's casted in the same type of light in most cases. And I've seen him in a serious movie, and I could not take him seriously.
And that's the thing is earlier you had mentioned the possibility of getting typecasted for a character that on a show, right? But you can see the same with movies. With one or two maybe examples, that go against the norm. Adam Sandler, for instance, Kevin James. I mean, these guys all play very similar roles in each of the movies they're in. So
Seth
essentially, they could
Rogen.
be. What's up?
Seth Rogen.
Yeah. So you can get typecasted as a movie actor. I think personally, I think I'd rather film shows because if it's a role that you really like, I think I'd like to continue playing that role versus you know being on set with a different director, different managers, producers, and I know they have those in movie television shows, but each movie is its own project, right? And so you're bouncing between project to project to project, and it's always a different cast around you,
Yeah, but I mean, at
different
the same time, you get
production
to
team.
meet a lot of different people who you might not have in the other place. Like, today you might, or this year, you might do a movie with Jennifer Lawrence, and then, next year you're doing one with Tom Cruise. I mean, people who you might not have been able to spend any time with, you now get to because you're bouncing around versus having the same, 6 people that you're real close with, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
But the real underlying question, guys, is naps, yay or nay?
What?
I said naps, yay
Wild
or
card.
nay?
Wait,
nay,
like taking a nap?
Yeah, naps,
Hell
yay
yeah.
or nay?
no, ever.
What?
Yes,
I hate 'em.
always.
I wake up feeling worse than when I went to sleep.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
What do you think I
Mm-mm.
do at work?
Work.
Take
What?
naps at work?
Yeah. You don't? You've never taken a nap on like your lunch break?
No.
Oh.
We don't get lunch
Actually,
breaks.
never mind. I think I have, but that was because I was so sleep deprived that it was like I was falling asleep so I went to sleep for like 15 minutes, and like Seth said, it made me feel more tired, not
I just
less.
feel so much worse. And it's
Mm,
not even like I just feel more tired. I woke up feeling almost hungover. Like my head's foggy and it's just like, ugh.
yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not like, the hungover, like, you feel sick, but just like you can't think straight because you're super foggy. It's like your body's like, I thought you were giving me sleep and you were just joking.
Yeah.
Although
They don't work
I
for me.
want to agree with Seth, but You know me. I can take a nap.
Yep, in a
So,
car ride mid sentence.
so hey, uh, sometimes you're just so tired and exhausted. You just need that, moment of time to just like recoup. But
Yeah.
you're right. I feel like if you don't get a full like whatever amount of sleep you need to operate on, I feel if you wake up, it's like you just feel so groggy, and like disoriented, and it honestly makes me feel more tired and makes me want to go back to bed usually. So yeah, I just thought that was an important question to ask. It felt like the right time. You guys were very in tune with what I was asking. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry to have interjected in your
No, no, that's
important
good,
smooth
man.
debate.
transitions only around here.
No, actually, to what you're saying though, Pat. I've noticed if I have no plans that day, no problem taking a nap, right? And I'll explain. All right, you've got somewhere to be in an hour and a half. And you're like, okay, well, I can get 30-minute nap, hour nap, whatever the case is. I feel like there's a part of you that is constantly afraid that you're going to oversleep or sleep through the alarm. And so you don't get as much rest as you would have if you just didn't take the nap in the first place. Am I the only one that feels that way?
Um, I just like I said, it doesn't work for me. I can't tell you the last time I took a nap. It's just I gave up on them a long time ago. I might go to bed early, very rarely, but you know, I just can't do it. So
Yeah, I'm like, I can swing both ways, man. Uh, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Swing it
right,
all
right-handed,
around.
left-handed.
Yeah. He's
Like
a,
we
he's a
got
switch hitter.
friends. Jeez. Uh, adult content.
I'm talking about
Actually,
baseball.
yeah,
Oh,
speaking of
my
sports,
bad, dude.
you guys caught up on the NHL and the NBA? Their plans to
Um,
resume?
they are sports.
Yeah. So if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken,
I googled it.
the
They
NHL
exist.
is starting July 11th. I think that's the current plan. But they're gonna do, I guess, like a like practice or training. So there's not a set date, and I think they said they've got 4 phases they want to go through before they resume the season. I think they're going to cut the remaining 7 or 9 games that were left, and then just go straight into playoffs. And I think they're going to do the 22 teams. I think are going to be
Okay.
competing, but I don't know if it's been actually confirmed that amount. I just know right now they've got a date next month to start the season back up, and then the NBA I think is supposed to start at the end of July. I think they're going to do 22 teams. I know for sure it's 22. So I think they're going to do the 16 top 16 teams, and I think the remaining six are going to play for a spot, like a ninth spot, like a ninth seed. They're supposed to play in Orlando, so they're going to play
I
in one.
I
Yeah.
think they're fighting over the 8th seed is
Oh,
what
the
it
eight.
is. Yeah, because there's no way for them to do the playoffs like they do without. I also heard that
Well,
they're
no,
gonna.
because if you've got 16 teams, right, that would be eight. So if you have the remaining six, are going to fight for the last spot. So you do nine, maybe. I don't
No,
know.
because the way it works is you have 8 teams, and then each team in that bracket plays another team in the bracket. So if you
Mhm.
add a ninth, it would be an odd number,
No,
and
because then
they
you've got
wouldn't
9
have
on both
anybody to
teams,
play.
or 9 on both sides, right? So then you've got the ninth seed playing somebody.
But the way the NBA playoffs work
Yeah,
is,
usually, but this isn't a usually situation.
no, they're still going to do it by Western and
Mm,
Eastern
I
Conference.
mean, they're rocking in more of a round robin type situation,
Yeah.
But the thing
which I
is,
think will
all
be
the
interesting.
all the badass teams are stacked on the West side this year, from everything that I've seen.
Oh, let's just throw
You
playing
know,
side.
LeBron on the Lakers, and you got the LA Clippers, and I can't remember the rest of them. Those are the two
Mhm.
biggest winning
Just the
teams.
teams.
So
What about the
more
Cowboys?
Yep,
I
they're
actually
good
heard
this year.
that the Cowboys got infected with COVID and aren't
Yeah,
even. Yeah.
apparently, Zeke has, contracted the,
So I don't even
the
know what
disease.
that means for them in their season
They're no
to
longer a
start.
team.
I thought COVID was on pause.
Someone push play.
I guess so. No, they should have done, like a March Madness style for the NBA playoffs.
I honestly don't think that the NBA teams can handle that. The March
No.
Madness style
Dude,
is very intense,
sick.
and
No, so what I'm
NBA
saying is you
players are
have,
very pampered.
alright, 16
Um,
teams, right? Number 1 seed plays 16, 2 plays 15, 3 plays
I get
14.
what you're saying.
Yeah,
They couldn't handle it.
I think they could.
it's too many.
No, because
It's
there's
too
too much.
intense.
There's too high of a chance of a team upsetting you,
Mhm.
and they would never allow it. So they're gonna want to play
Yeah, but I
multiple
mean, at
game
the end of the day,
series.
isn't sports for this year gonna have an asterisk? Maybe not football because the season hasn't started, but for the other 3 American sports, I
No,
mean, because
It's
you're gonna have
brave
people
of you to call hockey American.
you're gonna have Pat, you're gonna have people that are gonna argue that the NBA finals this year doesn't matter who wins. It doesn't matter because the season was cut short because the uh the
Do
delay.
no,
they get a
dude.
ring or a giant cup or something? Then it counts. It happened.
Because this is not a traditional year for sports. You're gonna have people that are gonna say
You're always
whoever
gonna
wins
have
doesn't
people who are gonna say,
technically matter.
"Oh, it matters." If they
But the
decided to
thing
resume
is,
the season, it matters. The winners are the
no,
winners. The
no,
losers are losers.
stop right now, y'all.
No,
Okay,
don't tell me what to do.
53 and 12. Okay, so they played 65 games already of their
Mhm.
like 78 games. Isn't
82.
that what they play?
They play 82 a year.
82. So they've literally played like 80% of their games.
Mhm.
It's not a botch season.
There's like 8
The
games.
the people who are good, right, are obviously good. The people that are bad are 24 and 40. They've obviously been losers all season. They're not. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like they're just
Patrick,
gonna magically swing back around and
you've gotta
you
take
know.
into account, Patrick, momentum. You know, a lot of those teams that were hot, they were riding off of their wins. The season was abruptly stopped, right? That's
I
gonna
mean,
Well,
I
if
cause
they're a
mean,
good team, they're gonna
momentum.
pick
well,
right
no,
back up
no,
where they're
Momentum
at.
because
will
it's
play it
gonna
a little
it can
bit,
cause
but not
and
enough.
I've seen it. I see it in,
Just because the Cowboys choked does not mean it was momentum.
Yep, facts.
Sorry, I was at the
alright,
Cowboys.
so you've stopped the momentum. You now have teams where the players have not been able to practice at a
Yeah,
at a professional level for how
it,
many months now? Then you're also gonna have players
2
that
whole months.
possibly
They do that
yeah,
every summer.
that's a lot of time, Patrick.
I am pretty sure that every single
From
one of
March
them has an indoor basketball gym. If they're
right.
not
And I
practicing,
know
that is
I
their
know
choice.
for a fact that they've been practicing with each other even though they're not supposed to. So,
There's a
I mean,
difference, though, between, practicing with yourself
I
versus
mean, these are
participating with
elite
the rest of your
athletes.
team. Yeah, but I'm
So,
saying you've got this break now that you've got. So what? Sometime in March through basically August, you've now put this time period where you're not playing, you're not practicing the same level that you were, you're not with your teammates, and that's not to say that every team has or hasn't done that. Plus, you have the possibility of players that have gotten sick because players have contracted COVID, which could also attribute to their health and their playing ability. So these are just a lot of things that people are going to say make the
I,
season
I think
invalid.
these people that will be going to saying this are blowing it out of proportion. These are quote unquote elite athletes that you could give them years off and they should still be great at
yeah.
their sport.
Yeah. I
And
can
so a
believe
couple
it.
months, even with not playing with their team, they've spent so much time practicing with that team. They
I
still know
guarantee
their
it.
team. Because me, as not an elite athlete, but playing through high school, like we would take the off season off naturally,
Mhm.
and we'd come back and still know how to play with each other. I knew that if if I caught the ball right here, I could probably no look pass behind my back to Derek because that's where he was going to be. Like those are just things that we knew.
Yeah.
Right, but
And
I'm
these
saying though,
elite
and I'm not
athletes
saying
are
that's
not going
going
to lose
to
any of that.
attribute to a team completely falling apart. But you have to realize that because of these conditions and what's happened, it is going to affect the play. Maybe not significantly, but it could be just enough where a team that was the number one seed could fall apart. It's
Well,
Well,
if it
were
does
they
affect
really
them,
the
then they
number
weren't
one
as good
seed
as
if
they
they fell
thought they were.
apart?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Or not.
Losers are losers. And if you can't get your act together and play good, well, then you deserve to lose. Doesn't, no excuses, okay? I don't
If
want
you
to,
ain't
I
first,
don't
you
want a
last.
winner with an excuse. I
yeah,
want
but
a
this comes
winner.
Patrick, this comes back to you saying earlier, if I said you do okay, 16. So if the number one plays number 16, and you say well, there's too much of an upset. Well, if the number one team is still the number one team, there
Oh
should be no
no.
chance for
Well,
an upset, right?
Right. No, I'm all
no. I
down
mean,
for
and not
March
even there
Madness.
either, though, because we're still talking at the professional level. This isn't the NCAA where your bottom 6A team, is going to be a lot worse than your top. In the
Mhm.
NBA, you would, everyone is going to be relatively skilled. Like they could win, someone could take home, like they might not win very often, but they could take home against the best team.
Yeah, and I'm not
Just
disagreeing with
because
that format. I think
there's
that'd be awesome to see, the possibility of there being an upset. My point, the argument I was trying to make is you're gonna have people that are gonna say that the season doesn't matter because it was technically canceled then brought back. I've got no
Well,
problem.
they're just
I
dumb.
want it back
yeah.
because it has been boring as hell without sports. And this is coming from a guy that unless I'm playing or actually at a game, I don't care about baseball. I miss baseball right now. It's that bad. So I want sports back.
I mean, hey, it's like this. College football should have playoffs like National Football League. Uh
Mhm.
NBA should totally do tournaments like March Madness, like preseason for something special, like home court advantage or whatever. You play the tournament. If you win it all, you get home court advantage, even if you don't have the biggest record, the greatest record. I mean, I like that. It's fun to
Mhm.
me. And
Yeah.
the reason so many people are into March Madness is there's always a chance for the underdog, which makes it
Yeah,
so
exactly.
fun to watch. Doesn't matter who's playing, doesn't matter how good they are. Every game is its own game, and you never know how it's going to swing.
And by
Mhm.
the
But
end of it, the teams are exhausted, so you're really seeing like
right,
who's gonna grind it out.
Yeah.
which let me add that is what I read is not only are they going to do the playoffs, Will, but they're going to significantly speed them up. You are only going to see 1 day rest between each game. So by the end of the playoffs, they are going to be like in a March Madness kind of
Yeah.
exhaustion because those guys they play 40 whatever minute games, that and they play high caliber, like they go hard. So it'll be
Yeah.
very interesting to see how many people get injured and how like it wears and tears on people where
Yeah.
because like you've watched LeBron before in the playoffs with the amount of rest they get by the end
And,
of the
and,
when he
and
was carrying like the Cleveland Cavaliers that were
He
awful.
he doesn't take rests. He plays the entire game.
Right, he plays like 45 minutes every game. He was literally exhausted at the end there, like
and
Mhm.
just like
he's not
straight
he's
out
not getting any
gas.
younger.
Yeah.
Like I remember the year that he played against the Golden
Those
State
the
Warriors,
Warriors.
the first year he played against them, and Kevin Love was injured, and
Mhm.
then Kyrie Irving tore his MCL or ACL, one of the two. I think it was with his knee, so I think it was the MCL. He completely destroyed
They're
it.
both
So
into
he
their
was
knee.
out after game one, and they almost beat him in game one. And LeBron like scored like 50 points every game the next 5 games and still lost. And by
Yep.
the end, the game six, he was gassed. He looked tired, like just
Mhm.
exhausted by the end of it. So this will be fun to see.
Dude, it is
Have
so
they been exercising and taking their conditioning seriously, or they've just been shooting
we'll
jump shots?
see. We'll see.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, I think the finals are supposed to at least wrap up. Yeah, you're right. In the finals, I know they're gonna do like one. It's like every other day. It's like 2 weeks, I think, and then they're supposed to have it wrapped by October 12th. I think October 13th is draft day, and then December 1st is the next season. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. that month and a half. This season ends and the next one begins.
I I it'll just be interesting. I feel like I miss sports, but at the same time, I'm like a pretty big nerd. So like for me, I feel like most of the stuff that I pay attention to right now hasn't even been bumped.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes
oh
you wonder. So real quick, the NBA is going to play in Orlando at one Central Stadium, and I think they're going to do 3 to 4 games a day, possibly.
yeah, in
And
4
then
hour increments. Yep.
and then the NHL is supposed to. I think they're choosing 2 hub cities. I know Dallas is a possibility, and so I guess you're going to have the Western, the Eastern, and then each of those conferences will play at that one particular location. So it
Well,
makes at least
thank
makes
God
me
it's not
wonder.
our state.
Yeah,
So we're
We
protected from
don't
COVID
have a
outbreaks.
I was
we
gonna say
don't
it
have
kind of
a
makes you
hockey
wonder
rink.
moving forward. How this affects sports in the seasons. Is this something that will actually change how the seasons are played if it shortens seasons? Because you have a lot of sports like the MLB, where I guess it's rumored they're going to shorten the season, right? The
Yeah.
uh, MLB, NBA, and NHL, for the most part, um, you can lose 20 games and still be the number one seed. I know in baseball you can lose 50 games, still be the number one team. Um, so I guess it makes you question: will this show the insignificance of the amount of games that are being played? And will they shorten seasons moving forward because they have seen firsthand from what's happening now? Maybe we don't need 182 baseball games. That's one of the reasons football is such a big thing in my life and why it's my favorite sport. I know next year they're adding an extra game.
It's short but sweet.
Exactly. So it's like every
Yeah.
game, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 possibly, they're all meaningful. So, every game, every day matters. Unlike, other sports where it's just like, yeah, we can throw this 1 or 2, it's not gonna matter. But then it's like, well, now you're screwing the fans over. So, but yeah, I think that'll probably happen. I don't know
But I mean, sometimes some
financially if,
people, it's like
people
it's
will
a
let that happen.
pastime. It's a
Yeah.
pastime. They just go to have fun, go with friends, and like a baseball game. The baseball games are usually cheaper than I would
Mhm.
say like an NFL ticket.
Oh, yeah.
You can go with basically anybody. You get free tickets all the time from stupid crap. I've gone to like 7 Rangers games and never paid for it once. I got free tickets every time from like random stuff. Um,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it, but it's not like I love the Rangers. I couldn't care if they win or lose.
You take that
Yeah,
back.
Um,
I don't think they're ever gonna ever win again, probably.
That's
whoa!
that's a statement.
It is a statement. After
Ever
2000
win
after
again?
2011, man, I
Would you
kinda
like to
lost
make a
respect
$100
for 'em.
bet on that?
$100 bet
Uh huh.
if they never ever win
If they never
a
win again,
World
your
Series.
words.
Well, I'm talking World Series, not actual individual games. So,
Oh,
I'll take the
oh
World Series
wow!
one too.
what's up?
I'll take the World Series. If
100
they
bucks?
never win a World Series ever again, you can give me $100, or
I
I
mean,
give you
that's
a
a
hundred
pretty
dollars.
open-ended bet. Like, if you guys live till you're 80, you really think in 50 years from now or whatever that they'll never win one time? No.
Look how long it took the Cubs to win,
Yeah, true.
you
And
know?
then
I feel
Angels in the
like the
outfield.
odds are probably still in Seth's favor though, just because
Yeah.
like as long as one of you lives, even if the other dude dies, you can just put it in your will, like reserve this $100,
Will.
in case the Rangers win and proves Will wrong. It'd be really petty, and people would love it. Bring meaning to your life, And since you can't even go to funerals
I
anymore,
mean, we're gonna pass it along to our kids and our grandkids too. Like, I mean, it's gonna keep going forever.
Yeah.
Will's line, like 3 generations down, they're gonna end up paying my line $100.
Yeah, but 150 years from now, is $100 going to have the same value?
I don't know. I mean,
No,
that
actually,
$100 might be worth a ton. You never know. With that, the world
no.
might collapse and then rebuild. You never know.
Yeah, maybe worth
With the
nothing.
current rate of inflation, I hate to bring this to your ears. We're all screwed, and your money's not going to be worth anything compared to
Yep.
what it was right
Unless
now.
we have a full economic collapse and we restart from absolutely nothing.
So your
Yeah.
best bet, because your money is losing value every day, your best bet is to live every day like it's your last day. Blow your freaking money.
I already do that.
Don't save it.
Not actual advice.
And just have a good
Sure,
old time, go to
but
parties.
that's what I do. So
Club it up, man. Go travel the world. Don't save your money, man. You don't
Yeah,
know.
be irresponsible.
Yeah.
memories are worth more than money.
Yep. I might be a homeless bum someday, but
Also,
you know
that
what?
Bentley.
I just found out in Louisiana, you can panhandle and it's not illegal. So I'm not even that worried anymore. I have a whole plan created.
All right.
Hold it.
So Patrick, how well off do you think you'd be as a homeless person?
I feel like I'd probably be pretty good, dude.
Where would you
Um,
sleep?
well, I would still sleep here.
Nope.
Yeah,
I don't.
you can pretend to be homeless and not be homeless, buddy. Panhandling's an art. It's a hustle. I'm hustling you for money. I don't have to be what I say I am.
Yeah. Is your name
So,
even Patrick?
I mean, is it?
But if you were homeless, how would you survive?
It's not.
It's not.
No,
Well,
if you were actually homeless and living on the street.
I would, I don't know, find a place, beg,
But like where? Are you choosing like a park bench
steal,
under a bridge?
maybe hold some people up, take their money, take their possessions.
Wait. How are you holding them up though? What do you have to hold them up?
I've got a knife. It's
Where
enough.
did you get this knife if you're homeless?
Just because I'm homeless doesn't mean I wasn't able to take possessions from my home before I was homeless.
No, it does. It does exactly that. So right now, poof, you're living on the street, and the only thing you have is the clothes you have
Uh,
on you.
And your
well,
headset. You can have your
the
headset.
first
And your
step.
headset went with you.
So the first step is to get as dirty and deplorable as you can, and then you stand on the side of the road and look pitiful, and you get enough money, and then you walk over to your sporting goods store of your choice. Doesn't matter what, maybe even a Walmart. Buy yourself a kitchen knife. It's not important how you get the knife, just that you have one. For your self protection. Buy yourself a stick. So if you don't want to go for lethal, you have a second way to smack the crap out of
Wait,
people.
you said buy yourself a stick.
Yeah.
You
So
can grab those off the
you
ground.
are spending money that
Eh,
you worked hard and begged for to get a stick
I
you
I
find off the
didn't
ground.
work hard. People just gave it to me because they felt sorry. Okay. I'm not buying new clothes because if I buy new clothes, people won't think I'm homeless anymore. So I'm gonna keep my dirty clothes. I'll live
Okay.
in them. I'm not taking showers either. I'm just gonna learn to love myself for the smell that God gave me. And then the third thing is you have to be paranoid. Can't trust anybody. And when you're going home after you're done doing your deed, getting money from people on the side of the road, you
Mhm.
look behind you constantly and make sure nobody's following you. And if they do
That is
follow
your
you,
first mistake. You use reflections so they can't catch on to you.
true.
Wow.
And you never walk the way you actually live. So you pretend like you're walking a different way. You backtrack. Like you gotta remember it's dangerous out there. There are bad people that live out in the streets, and they will. And if they find out you're doing good for yourself and you're making $200 a day panhandling, and you're basically richer than people that work normal jobs, they're gonna get pissed. They're gonna come and jump you. So,
Now, are you at a centralized location that you're sleeping every night, or are you switching that up?
uh, well, it would depend on how safe I feel. But yeah, I definitely feel like I switch it up, dude.
So what are you
So
doing with the money that you're now procuring? Because 'Cause you're not buying clothes, you said you're not taking showers.
homeless people can have bank accounts.
Okay.
It's true. All you need is
I
a
mean,
address
you're
to
right.
give them.
The banking industry will give anyone a banking account because
Yeah.
they need your money because they don't have it.
Yeah. So the first thing would be to take all the money and put it in a bank, so you have a card, and then even if somebody takes your card, get a new one. And all you have to do is afford a PO box. So just go to your um, post office, get yourself a PO box there, and you've basically got your home address. You can go back there if you ever lose the card. Go back, and if you have to spend cash for a while you wait for your new card to come because somebody stole it, and that way they can't steal lump sums. So like if you made 4 grand in 1 month, they can't get that 4 grand from you because you don't want to keep cash on you, obviously.
Okay.
Come on, man, be smart about this. I
Patrick
put
has clearly put a lot of thought into
I
this.
put a lot of thought into this. Okay, listen, I drive by them every day, and it's the same dudes, and I'm like, and people give them money every day when I drive by, and that's in the 1 minute that I drive by. So I can only imagine how much food money these guys are raking in every day.
You wouldn't be
And
afraid if
and some of them, dude, don't even look like they're homeless. No joke. And right now, with everything going on, they're like, I lost my job. Give me money. People are like, damn, he actually looks like a not homeless person that maybe lost his job, and they're giving him money. Could be straight up lying, or maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know.
all right, Patrick.
Yes.
Not me, because I'm a decent human being. Not Seth either, but you were living on the street.
I need to say something. I am not a decent human being, so I
All
just want to
right,
make sure that wasn't implied with
maybe
what Will
it is
said.
Seth
Okay.
that approaches
So
you. Um,
Uh
he
oh.
tells you, "Here's $100. Go beat up that homeless person." Do you do it?
why would I
Wait.
separate $100 for that? That's
So
stupid.
you're
Oh, you
saying
give him less.
I'm a homeless person, and you're
Yeah,
paying
no,
me
no.
to beat another homeless
This
person
is
up?
homeless. This is homeless Pat.
Homeless Pat, and you're
Yeah,
giving me
homeless Pat.
$100 to go
hundred
beat
dollars
somebody
because
up.
there's a guy that's a block away that's also homeless. He tells you go beat him up, and I want to watch.
You're out
Are
of
you
your
taking?
mind. $100? That's it? Get out of here.
That's
Come on, dude.
Yeah,
illegal.
but if you're
And
desperate
First
enough,
not
off,
illegal.
if I get caught, I go to jail, and then I have a felony charge on me, and I'll never get that off of me. People will bug me all the time. Assault and battery is a real thing, Will.
oh, I know.
Okay. I still have to abide by the rules of the land. I
Yeah,
can't
but
just
no, this is homeless Pat 3 months from now, and maybe you were not at
I'm living high, dude. I
you
made
were
8 grand
not as
already.
successful as you initially thought you'd be.
I've been making
You are
50 to $150 every day, and I have no living expenses.
how many
So
diseases have you gotten
say
from the
what?
150? You said 50 to $100 a day is how much
Yeah,
you're
that's
making.
the average that a panhandler makes in one
Yeah,
day of doing it.
and how many times are you risking getting diseases making this money?
I already got COVID-19. I'm good, bro.
Other diseases that get
Yeah.
transmitted.
I don't get sick. Ask Seth.
Well, you live in a house and it's clean. You shower.
Mm-hmm. You're insulated. But no, this is homeless Pat 3 months from now.
Oh my God,
The
you
plan that
guys.
you have set didn't work. You are desperate. Seth shows up. He doesn't know you. He's like, "Hey, I'm bored. Here's $100. Go fight that guy."
I'm not doing it. I
You're
already
not doing
told
it.
you.
So then
No.
he goes to that guy and says, "Here's $100. Go fight homeless Pat."
I'll fight the
He goes
crap out
after
of
you.
him. I'll beat his butt. And
But now
then I'll
you're not
take the
getting.
$100 that he was given, pocket that, and be like,
Oh no,
have
no.
a
See,
nice day, sir.
Seth has not given any money out yet. He's
Oh,
not just
so
gonna hand
Seth
it
was
to
never
you
going to
and
give
then
money
have you
out in this
walk
and
away.
situation.
you're
Seth
just
is
telling me.
smart, and he realizes that the likelihood of you taking that, pocketing it, and walking away is too high. So he has the money in his pocket until you win.
Oh, listen, I am too smart for that. I'm not gonna play your petty games. I'm for the real hustle. That's just a little side hustle that doesn't matter. And secondly, I'm
Five
hurting
hundred dollars
I'm hurt, dude. I'm hurting somebody that doesn't deserve to get hurt. Why would I do that? That's just sad.
because you're desperate. Desperate people do desperate
I'm
things.
not desperate. If
Not now.
okay, okay, I would do a lot of things before I just go hurt somebody randomly because somebody would give me money for it. Like I would have to be in a very bad place in my life.
Mhm.
And
And
I
there are a
don't even
lot of
think I would
homeless
do it at
people
that
that are
point.
in similar situations. It's possible
Because
all the money that they had
no, because the only
at
thing I
the
can think of
beginning,
is
they
like
used
doing like hard drugs or something. And at
exactly, they
that point,
used
I'm
the
not
money they
gonna
had made and
I'm
used it on drugs.
it's gonna
So
be
they're not
hard to convince me when I'm on some like hard drug that I need to go beat somebody up instead of
I
just
don't
be
think
high
so.
with what I'm
I
doing.
don't think so. I think if you were on a hardcore drug, it'd be easier because you're gonna be impaired
Why
and
do
you're
you want
desperate.
me to beat somebody
I'm
up
just
so
saying, is this something you would do?
Seth, help me!
No,
I'm
he's the
being
one that got the money.
I want some money,
I'm
apparently.
being trapped. I don't want to beat anybody up. I just wanna beg for money and be on my way, dude.
And then
And
go
go
back home to his air conditioned
and
room.
go back home to my air conditioned house and play League of Legends all day and just, zone out and buy a pizza for my roommate because he's a good guy. I mean, is that too much to ask for?
Yeah,
Why does
it is.
everybody why does
I'm on
everybody
this
hate that?
side. I want pizza now.
I can have
See?
pizza myself.
And he's not gonna ask me to beat somebody up. That's wrong. I
Yeah,
might
I would
even
never separate $100. All you have to do is spread a little rumors, and they do it for free.
okay. Homeless, somebody pulls up, says, I got a job, and it's a real legit job. I'll give you a job, a place to stay. You take it or you don't.
I definitely would take it.
Wait, hold on. Do you know going into what this job is?
Doesn't matter.
Why are
You
you
don't
asking?
know, but
I think that would matter.
no, work is
Yeah.
work.
How do you know he's not gonna go kill you?
I
I
mean,
said it was a legit job.
he did say it was a
It could be
legit
a
job,
legit
A
but
job for
legit
him.
job is not getting killed, okay?
not
Will?
many
Maybe he's a
people are
hitman.
a hitman
don't-
would not be paid to kill a homeless person.
You don't know
Nobody
that.
would do that.
It is not anything nefarious. It is a normal job that anybody can do, but it may entail like some like hardcore work. Like you
New
gotta bust your
construction.
butt. Like construction, like
Sexual
roofing,
work.
like no, dude. I said not nefarious, okay? That's
Don't
not
use
legal.
words like that.
You're just I feel like you're just being argumentative to be argumentative at this point. It's like, come on, man. But would you take the job if you were like really homeless, you had bad stuff happen to you, some dude was like, I'll pay you $10 an hour to help me mow lawns. Would you be like, yeah, I'll do it or no?
Okay, well, now I know
I'd
what
do
the
it.
job is,
I'd
and I
do it
know
for
what the
sure.
amount I'm getting paid is. So, yeah, I mean, there's not the guarantee that you're actually gonna get paid, but at least you have an idea as to what to expect going into it.
Or be
I think
like,
I'd
I'll
prefer
give
that
you
versus you showing up and saying, "Hey, I got a job, get in."
I'll give you $50 a day, Will, to go roofs do some roofs with me.
What state do I live in?
Arizona.
There's just too much on here. Too much. But I personally, if I was homeless, give me a year or so, and I would I'd have started a thieves guild and be running the criminal underground.
No.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
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 I mean,
I'm
it's
always
not a bad
I'm
idea.
always running something.
Yeah. And I'd be his little henchman and he'd be like, yes, sir.
I'll just be like,
Ah!
be at the point where I never leave my little underground lair. I'd
What
just
are
be
you
like,
wearing?
guys, go do stuff and bring me back money.
What are
Well,
you wearing?
he's the leader of the gang, so he kind of wears the best clothing all the time.
It's definitely gonna be a black cloak with
I was
a
about to
hood.
say, yeah, is it like cloaks and robes and capes and
Definitely
stuff?
black cloak with a hood, real
That'd be
deep cowled hood, so I can scare people from the shadows.
Yeah. Yep.
nice.
And
So
I'm
do you
gonna
come out
wear
at
a
are
red
you
hood.
out at night? A red hood?
Yeah, what are you thieving during the day? I'm just kidding. We do that. We
Well, hold on,
thieve
I
at
wanna
all
go back
times
to
of
that.
day.
Pat, you said a red hood, so you
Mhm.
are Little Red Riding Ho.
Little red riding hoe. Yes, because
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio. So,
Okay.
dude. God, we live a passionate life. All right. It's part of our DNA. You don't. You have the flair. We don't just do with bland colors. Red is where it's at. It's popping.
Yeah, so Seth, you said you are not going out during the day or at night. You are in your cave. Are you in a
My
cave or in
lair.
a
My
sewer?
lair.
Lair.
Well, where's the
God.
lair at?
It's gonna be a basement somewhere. I'm not telling you.
I think that I'd like to know that.
No, it's gonna be in a basement
Gonna be
somewhere
in your
somehow.
mom's basement.
There we go. I don't think she has a basement. No.
That's what you think.
So you're basement. Where is this at, Seth? Is it like underneath a house, place of business?
It's gonna
Is it
be
near?
it's gonna probably be below, like some sort of business, maybe an abandoned warehouse or something. Because obviously, I'm walking to New York as soon as I get homeless because that's where the best thieves guilds will be.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, all these people walking around not paying attention. Yep.
I've seen the TV shows. It's real, dude. And you
So
can
is it
hide
connected to like a sewer
and you
system?
hide in the subway tunnels. Duh. Come
Subway
on.
tunnels.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be inconspicuous wearing your red cloak in a subway tunnel.
In the
Yes.
tunnel, not in
Have
the
you been
subway
to
station.
Have you been
Oh,
to
you're
New York?
actually you're in the tunnel, so you're
Yeah.
risking getting run over by a train.
Oh yeah, because I can't see the light or the loud noises and oh my god. You think I don't have a little like subway map and route? I mean, anyone
Where'd you
can
get
get
this?
those. Anyone
Seth,
can get those.
Seth,
I'm
we
a
don't
thief.
even
I'm
need
gonna
that.
grab it off something. I'm not gonna pay for it.
we made okay, have you seen Will,
Oh my
can I
God.
ask a simple question? Have you
No,
seen
go ahead.
Jurassic Park?
Yes.
How
What
did they
about it?
find the T-Rex? When did they know it was coming?
Well, they
The
could hear
water
it,
shook in the glass.
and the water vibrated.
Okay, so we set up a little water glass right next to the tracks, and when it's coming close, it starts vibrating. Bro, get on our level.
I'm pretty sure a
We
train was
set 'em up
significantly
all
faster
around.
than a Tyrannosaurus Rex can.
You think the trains aren't causing vibrations?
They're definitely causing
The
vibration.
trains are the only reason we have earthquakes.
Right.
Facts.
Not actual advice.
Nope, that's science facts.
It's not
Okay.
because of the
It's
tectonic
improvable.
plates shifting.
No,
You're right.
tectonic plates aren't even real. I never seen them.
That's actually true. I've never seen them either. It could all be a lie.
Yeah, it's trains. Trains cause earthquakes.
Hmm. Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, Seth is going to get homeless. He's going to walk to New York, somehow survive the trip. I don't
That's
know
an
how
easy
long it's
little
going to take.
walk.
How long of a walk is that, Seth?
You
I
act
don't
like
know.
walking.
And
He's just
people
gonna
walk
die
in the
from
life.
that.
You do know that there was life before vehicles, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I'm
And
saying.
most of the world, I hate to tell you this, Will, but most of the world, as far as America goes, there's a highway system everywhere. So as long as you walk semi close to the highway, you don't have to hack your way through bushes and get,
Mhm.
okay, it's not that hard to walk. There's many people who have done it.
Right, but I'm saying
I pulled
he's
it up with walking directions. It says walking directions not available.
exactly because it's probably going to
Unbelievable.
take you 2
I
months
thought
maybe.
I thought maps could tell you everything.
Yeah, apparently not because they said the distance to walk is unsafe because it takes so long, so we don't
That's because
recommend it.
we live in a very coddled world. They
Yeah.
used to walk across everywhere or ride a horse, which I could just borrow someone's horse, and then
But you'll give it back.
I'll let it go, and if it gets home, it gets home.
All right, so you're gonna get homeless. You're gonna walk to New York. Hope you make it. Godspeed. And once you're there, you're going to find subway tunnels. You're gonna hide in subway tunnels with a black cloak. Eventually, Patrick, in this situation, have y'all previously met, or is he a random person? Or maybe this is homeless Pat. He somehow finds his way, meets you, and then do you convince him to wear a red cloak, or
Yeah.
is this something that he
Well,
volunteer?
I
Oh,
mean,
so
he
he doesn't
chooses his
voluntarily
cloak
wear.
because he's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scorpio.
But
Yeah.
he shows up. I tell him about the criminal empire that I'm gonna build, and we go for it.
And then everybody's scared of me because like I have the red cape, and it's like a death bringer coming. They see it blowing behind me all red, and they know what I'm about. I go in there, I do the dirty deeds that have to be done, whatever they are. We don't get into the specifics. It's a criminal.
Pickpocketing mostly.
Pickpocketing.
And then whenever I need to escape, I just spin around in my cloak and I just disappear.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna take a ride on the train, like grab the back of it as it's moving, and then use it to. Exactly.
can't
I
actually
Yep.
see me,
I
but I
can't
grabbed
give
on.
you trade secrets. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. You're right.
That's not how it works. Then everybody would know how I disappear. So, that's not how I would do it. I'm gonna say that. It'd be more magical.
Be lots of smoke.
Yeah, because my master is actually a certified magician, and he taught me the art of sleight of hand and tricking people
You have to have
and
sleight of
making them
hand to be
pay
a
attention to
pickpocket.
the wrong things
Distractions.
while I'm
Distractions.
while I'm
Distractions.
tricking them right in front of their face with an obvious action, and they don't even realize that I'm doing something completely different. Okay, man, it's not that hard. Have you ever seen somebody do a card trick
Hmm.
and they trick you every freaking time, and you go, how? And it's so simple when you find out some of these card tricks, and yet it's so like mind-boggling. Like, I don't understand how they did this when you don't know, man. That's the mystery. Okay, believe in some magic, would you, Mr. Cynical
Nope.
over here?
Nope. No, I'm just trying to figure out how you disappear into thin air on a stage that is not designed for it.
Well, when there's
Misdirection. And a little bit of pixie dust.
have you ever been in a subway before in New York? There
No.
are a crap ton of people in there usually.
Mm-hmm.
So while there are probably points in time where it would be hard to disappear, right? Being in a red cloak, there would be other times where I never said what the color of the cloak is on the inside either.
I mean
And I never said what
that's
I was doing when I was
exactly
spinning, did I?
that's exactly the thing though. You have a red cloak and you'd misdirect them. You pop the cloak off and just start walking in the cloud. Everybody is gonna look around and be like, "Where's the red cloak at?" And you could be standing right the hell next to them, and they have no idea.
Yeah, but this is taking into account that you have a collection of red cloaks waiting
Why are
for you.
you
At
dropping it? That is no, that's not efficient.
You're
You
not
pop it
dropping
off,
it,
you just
leaving it
carry it
there.
with you. No one's looking for what's in your hand. They're like, "Oh, that guy's wearing, a gray T-shirt. That's not the guy I'm looking for."
Really thought this all the way through. Obviously, it's all good, dude. Not everybody's on the same level. Scorpio and his master forever.
Yeah. Homeless Pat. That's what happens when Pat plays. Does it bring in the money?
I never said I wasn't doing Pat plays either.
Premium channels.
I could go farther with that, but I'm gonna stop.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this has been fun. You guys got anything else to add?
I
Nope.
feel
Just
like we went in a very long
the world
tangent.
better hope I never become homeless.
Yeah.
Well, if you do, get with Patrick because he seems like he knows what to do. He's got a plan. All right, so I guess it's gonna be outro time. Want to go ahead and say a quick shout out to the few people that subbed this previous week. Thank you very much.
We appreciate
Uh,
it.
Yeah. Also, we noticed there was an issue with YouTube's search bar. For whatever reason, our channel was not showing up in the search results. Something to do with the algorithm they use. Anyways, it has been since fixed. So we apologize for the inconvenience on that. Hopefully, it's not something that'll happen again. But we kept everyone up to date on our Facebook page. So if you've not already liked the Facebook page or the Twitter or follow the Twitter page, check the description for the social media links. We try to keep you guys up to date on what's going on anytime something happens on those. So you can make sure that you guys are following us at those pages. So I think
Sounds great.
that is going to be it for us today, guys. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. So,
Thank you for
episode 12.
checking us
Nope,
out.
episode 13.
We are on 13.
Yep.
All right. Everyone
Somewhere there.
have a good one.